Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel, where we trust in the TA and we respect the data. And if you're looking to become a better investor and trader, especially in this crazy liquid DeFi space, this is the place to be. Remember to always invest in yourself first before investing in any asset. This week we have so much to cover. Yep, unfortunately we have more drama, more fiasco. We had the Tytan disaster, which basically this protocol became yet again another cautionary tale of what can happen in DeFi. We're going to cover a cool protocol that's about to come up later this week for their pre-launch. We're going to talk about Serenity Capital and all the good things happening with that protocol. I hope you watched my video earlier in the week. Well, here, let's just get into that. In my video earlier in the week, as you can see right here, their TVL was 65,000. Actually, when I agreed to do the video for them, it was around 48K. And then it's doing pretty well now. Let's see, their TVL is now 366K, so about a 6X there. You can make an argument it's like an 8 or 9X from the time I agreed to do this. I got into their share token for $750. And look at that, it's right now worth almost 3,200. And this is just from today. That's almost $71 in rewards. And I've already taken probably, I think, I can't remember. I did some farming earlier today, but I think I've taken out like maybe 300 or 350 already out in rewards as profit. Because remember, in crypto, you want to take profits, but I don't really want to sell my Pebble. So yeah, so I've already gotten back just in rewards over 50% of my investment of 750, but my Pebble has more than 4x'd already. So this was a really nice call. And guys, this is a very cool protocol. They have a lot going on. They're doing things, they're like the anti-Ponzi scheme and try to get money, as much money as you can out of the holders project, which I really appreciate that, especially with some of the drama we saw earlier this week. So guys, I really like this project. Go check them out. And they're paying out 2.29% right now. And they've only missed a couple of epochs in their whole history. And the times that they did, it was very, very quick. Very short time that they missed the epoch because they have something similar to what Horde's doing, but it's more on a manual basis. So these guys are just rocking and rolling. I really like this project. I really like the team. They're solid, they're experienced, and they have great partnerships. So check out Serenity Capital moving forward because I think that there's yet still more to come. And one more thing I wanted to cover real quick, guys, before we get into DeFi space. Look at this. We got 1, 2, 3 rising valleys in Bitcoin right now on the daily. When you have 3 rising valleys, that's usually a pretty good thing. If you look at here before the last drawdown, because right, one can make an argument that this looks similar to this in some ways. I don't see any 3 rising valleys there. Right there, I don't see any 3 rising valleys there. Here I do see 3 rising valleys. 1, 2, 3. If we don't count the wick, and even then, it wasn't the strongest of 3 rising valleys, and it went up what? About 30%, 33%. So, and that wasn't as strong as this one. I mean, this looks textbook, right? Those of us that have read TA books and have studied TA, this is about as textbook as it gets, boys and girls. So, pretty excited about Bitcoin short term. Long term or midterm, I still expect more pain. Just because the macro looks so bad, but I think we may have some relief, some fun in the next days to come. So we'll see what happens. But before we get started and talk about everything that we're going to cover in today's episode, Liquid Capital, Orb, Wine, Grape, Frozen Walrus, Kyoto, Horde, let's just get a quick word from our sponsor and partner, Swapsicle. All right, guys, go check out Swapsicle. It is my absolute favorite DEX. They are so much more than just the DEX, because they're always building. They have so much coming down the pipeline. You can trade, you can armor your LPs, you can farm, you can stake. They always have giveaways going on. Right now, they're now hosting a fantasy football league. They have lottery coming, lending, crowdfunding, and multi-chain expansion. And the team is fully doxed and they have a full legal team. Go check out Swapsicle. I will have all the links below. All right, so as far as launches coming up next week that I'm gonna have my eye on, there's really only one, and it's Survivor Protocol, and it is the first survive to earn game. So very cool way to kind of bring some fun into DeFi. These guys are basically stating, hey, we're not really like this huge investment vehicle. It's more of a game, but they're doing it in a very serious way. They have poured a ton into marketing. They're doing things right. And I think that it's going to do really well. I expect a lot of volume. They're gaining a lot of buzz. They've been fairly active on all the socials, but more importantly, on Discord, and from the conversations I've had with many, it seems like there's quite a bit of buzz. A lot of people are going to dive into this. It's going to be the Wild Wild West. As you can see here, your bonks covered it, so go check out your bonks. There is going to be a lot going on with this project. I think that a lot of people are excited to see DeFi being used in a new way, and there's just a lot of game theory with this one. So we'll see how it goes. They are going to be kind of like the OGs of Survive to Earn, so this becomes something that's a thing. These guys will be the OGs and will have all the advantages. So let's see what happens with the Survivor protocol. All right, so let's talk about Titan. I don't know how many DMs I got about this. I really need to start a Discord group. The amount of DMs I got about Titan, crazy. And look, guys, we're still trying to figure out what happened. Apparently, there's going to be some kind of investigation happening. I have a lot of questions about the investigation. Who's running it? How are we going to see the results? How cozy are they with the team? I saw the AMA for Eric. He said a bunch of good stuff from Liquid Capital, because just to recap, they're basically saving Titan, because the story from the Titan team is that they had a dev that was basically causing the price action to look the way it was, because he was draining money from the project, from the holders. I've been pretty vocal in the last weeks about how pitiful the Titan chart looked. Basically looked like a slow rug. So I was very vocal that I took most of my profits from 12 cents to 16 cents. And then just got to take profits in crypto, because you never know what's going to happen, even if it's a good project. They did do a lot of good things. They came to market with the DEX, with the launch pad. They were trying to do something about the burn, but again, this situation reminds me of Sam Rothstein in Casino, in that awesome, amazing movie, where he basically said, either way, I cannot have a man like this working here. This means that either he is in on it, or he's too stupid or too dumb to see what's going on. And that's a lot of what I see here, right? Where are we in that? Were they in on it? Was the team in on it? Or were they too stupid to see what this Ghost Shack guy was doing, right? So, or too dumb, I think is the verbiage that Sam Rothstein works. So I'm not calling anyone the Titan team dumb. I'm just quoting a quote, because the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, maybe. I have no idea. Let's see how this all pans out. We'll probably maybe never know. Where did those 900 BNB go into those 8 wallets? Who were those 8 wallets? That would be really nice to know. So just a lot of questions. Looking at Titan here, they have not sent out a single tweet since July 10th. Dow King, who was big part of the team, he did a AMA the other day, and I was on holiday. So when I think later that day after the AMA, or day after, whatever, I went in to listen to the AMA, just assuming it was about Titan and it was about another project. It was about 100 days. We love 100 days. We love Arsh. We talked about Arsh last week on the show. We talk about them all the time. We're definitely fans of 100 days, but why is Dow King doing AMA on 100 days? Shouldn't he be doing an AMA on his project, Titan, when this guy is falling? Just weird. A lot of questions. I did reach out to Dow King via DM. I asked him a bunch of questions. He didn't have any answers. He just said, we'll talk later about it. He never contacted me back, which sucks. Would have been good to have some kind of quote or statement from him in regards to what happened. So again, guys, you just got to be so careful in DeFi. They had a multi-sig. They did KYC, all that stuff. Nothing came of it. The KYC thing, they said they reported it to the officials or whatever. I guess they just reported to the FTC. I don't even know what that means. We reported it to the right people. Or when a KYC company says, oh, we're going to have connections to report bad actors, what does that really mean? Because anyone can do it. I can go to the FTC website right now and report this. Anyone can do it. So there's just a lot of unanswered questions. And again, it just goes to show you got to be so careful in these DeFi streets. Take profits when you can, because you never know what's going to happen to a protocol. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I've been trading DMs. I even reached out to a couple of people that know security very well outside of DeFi to see their take on it. So it'll be interesting to see how much we learn from this and what everyone says. I did notice that a lot of people seem to be upset if you're trying to do research on this. I posted a couple things on the Titan Discord just asking questions. A couple of people that maybe have like a cult-like following to Titan didn't seem to like that too much. But look, guys, those guys are not going to evolve. We're trying to grow from this, figure out what really happened. And, it'd just be nice to be able to keep, a better watch on what happens with these types of situations. I'm not a dev. I'm not going to act like I'm a dev, so I don't know what happened exactly. But you guys can go to the Discord. You can check it out for yourselves, do your research, and again, just another cautionary tale of why you need to be very, very careful when it comes to these DeFi projects. All right, so let's talk about liquid capital in the raise. It's a little bit over 2 million, only at 20% of the goal, but look, that $10 million number was something crazy, especially in this environment. So I don't know what the play was there. If they really thought they can get there, or maybe they thought it would create great marketing buzz, or maybe at the end they'll come in with some huge buyers and get there. I have no idea. There's still another week left in this. But still, guys, I mean, 2 million is 2 million. So that's still a lot, especially in this environment. So we'll see what happens there. And with them taking over Titan, that makes things really interesting. Well, we see Orbital right here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to Orb. I know that I made a lot of enemies just because of the fact that I was so vocal about the fact that you need to be careful. Do not buy this asset when it's at, I think it was at $22 when it seems like every YouTuber in DeFi was telling you to buy it. Not everyone, but a lot of them. And I was basically saying, please don't. If only there's a way to short it. Oh my God, would have been amazing. But yeah, I mean, I said when it was at $22, what did I say? For those of you that I traded DMs with and talked to all the time, I said $1's coming, which is a pretty big drop. Then after that, 25 cents. And after that, 10 cents. And after that, 1 cent. Called that back when it was $22. It was just because I saw how it was being utilized by the team to help the ecosystem, to help Titan. And it was just an easy call, in my opinion. Still don't understand why so many people thought that it would be a good buy at $22. But again, guys, sometimes it just goes to show there's a lot of people in DeFi that just don't, they get excited, they FOMO, and they don't realize what they're doing. So now that it's under Liquid Capital's watch and management, let's see if they change around the way it's utilized. See if they change around the tokenomics of it. I have no idea what they're going to do, but maybe at 34 cents and now it becomes a good buy. I have no idea. I'm not going to touch it, like I always said. But you know, am I as confident that it's going to go down 25 cents and 10 cents and 1 cent like I was under the other? I guess we can say management. No, I'm not. I have no idea what's going to happen to Orb. So it will be very interesting to see how Liquid Capital decides to utilize the token and how the tokenomics of it work. So yeah, so let's look at, so that's a big watch for me, but I won't touch it. Don't ever plan to touch it unless I see something totally different. So let's talk about Grape real quick. What a week for wine and Grape. Ups and downs, ups and downs. It, oh my God, it almost hit peg just a few hours ago. This is on a 15-minute chart. We don't look at 15-minute charts because that's silly. Wow, it did hit peg. It did a few hours ago. Wasn't able to hold. Now it's at 97 cents. Crazy that it got down this low. I didn't know that. It got down to 71 cents. I was on holiday. Had no clue what was going on there. Unbelievable. I'm looking at this chart for the first time in about a week. So unbelievable that happened. Wow. I'm a little blown away. Sorry guys. I was expecting to see a 71 cent Grape. That's insane. For such a great team and project. Unbelievable. So I'm guessing that wine had a crazy, crazy week. Yup. How low did it get? My God. It got down to 80, which is about where it was last time, right, guys? No. Yeah. 85. 69. So it painted a higher. So this low is a higher low than that one. So yeah, it's going to be, so it ran up nicely. Oh my gosh. If I wasn't on holiday, I would have definitely bought around here in the 90s. Oh my God. The things you miss out when you're on holiday. Good God. So I hope you guys took a look at that. That seemed like a nice play. And I think, wow, that is amazing. What a week for wine and Grape. Fireworks. Absolute fireworks. All right. So now let's look at Frozen Walrus. Yeah, because I heard that was craziness as well this week. Let's see what happened there. I'm looking at this chart for the first time in a while. Interesting, huh, guys? So last week, on the 10th, this is where we were at. We were above the range, and I thought that looked really impressive. It went back into the range, and look, guys, once it dropped out of that range, look how quickly it fell off. I mean, this is why I love T8. Even with highly illiquid assets, in these tomb forks, it just seems to work. I don't know why. It's not supposed to work so often because these assets are so young and so liquid. But look at that. The second it got out of the range, boom. So yeah, that just goes to show, man, the T8 does work, guys. It really, really does with a lot of the time. Not always. But it just, from what I've seen. So let's see what happens with Frozen Walrus now. It looks like it made a move trying to get back into that range, but it was starting to become a smaller range there. I do see that the volume's starting to drop. We have 700 sells versus 200 buys. So this is going to be very interesting to see if we see another beautiful value spot. So I am kind of curious to where the PEG token is. It's still at 116. Wow, I was not expecting that. I was expecting closer to $1. Man, this community is just strong. They really believe in it. Congratulations to Lame Hillbilly. Great job. I saw him do something on Discord the other day where someone was complaining about money they lost from another protocol that he used to be a part of. And he was asking that person for their wallet, for their Addy, to help him out. Who does that? I mean, the guy's just top notch on every level. So I'm a huge fan of Lame Hillbilly. Good guy. All right, guys. So real quick before we close up, let's look at Kyoto real quick, see how it's doing. Where are you, Kyoto? Can't find you. Well, this is weird. Oh, there we go. All right. Kyoto is at $27. Wow, look at that big drop right there. Okay, so I am looking at this for the first time in a while, but I can tell you with confidence, sorry, we have some people walked in. I can tell you with confidence that what happened here is probably that, look guys, they're not going to have a lot of holders. They haven't had a lot of holders. They have some big investors behind them. So this is probably one of the big investors taking profit. It's probably not going to be the last time you see this. But again, this protocol, let's see what it does. Let's see if it looks like all the other charts with rebase protocols. Because they're so well funded, I have no idea what's going to happen with them. Are we going to find a value spot, the inevitable rebase protocol value spot with them or not, because of the way that they're set up with such big money and big players behind them? Who knows? It's going to be very interesting. I love everything about this project. I love their plans. I'm very bullish. I hope that they can accomplish what they want to do, especially once they go into their new blockchain. But until all that happens, because it's a rebase protocol for the first few months, is it going to do what all the other ones did? That's the question. So we'll see. We'll see. This will be very interesting and fun to watch. And I just want to close up with Horde, because Horde is something that their LMS system, a lot of projects that I'm looking at, like Delta Token, that I'm going to be an advisor for, that Liquid Capital, a lot of these big projects are going to use the Horde system to give their PEG token stability, or if it's a rebase protocol, give the rebase protocol token stability. It's still doing it, guys. Nothing really has changed. So we're now, since March 22nd, Horde system has been working. Amazing. So it's just something to keep an eye on. But I'm just really impressed with Horde. So I think that wraps it up for today. Let me know in the comments below. You guys keep telling me in the DMs what you want me to cover. Put in the comments. It really helps with the silly YouTube algorithm. And thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. And hope you enjoyed episode number 7 of the DeFi Weekly Recap. Take care. Bye, guys.